Welcome to voiceover, Stevie. Today we've got a little junk journal with me, but it's a drawing episode, and I just wanted to show you my little process of how I create. So I usually start with a normal ballpoint pen and then go ahead and outline the shapes that I can see and turn them into things. And then I'm going ahead and using a Posca paint pen in 5mm and it's black. I'm just outlining like everything that I drew. So for this piece it's some aliens, and I've drawn the like location, so it's triangle, square, circle and square, and I'm just outlining the shapes. So as you can see, I'm doing the head and moving on to the eyes. I'm really proud of that nose and the mouth actually. It just turned out really well. I was just outlining shapes and turning it into what I could, and it turned out ace. So we've got a few different type of aliens, and this one's kind of like a rabbit type alien. Not sure. It's pretty funky though. I enjoy doing like the ear part, and it's just got one eye and it's got some funky legs. I'm not very good at doing arms or hands. Yeah, this is me attempting to do hands. And then I'm just going ahead and outlining the large like spirit type alien. He's got some menacing eyes though. And he's got a friend that's very similar. And then I'm doing this large alien next to all the other aliens, and I kind of forgot to zoom you out like quick enough so you could see what I was doing, but it's fine, I did eventually zoom you out. So I'm just outlining the eye, and there we have it, all the aliens are now outlined. So there's still more left to do to this piece, but I'm calling it half done for now, and on with the next one. So I've pre-drawn again in biro, just outlining shapes, turning it into what I can. I'd already done the grass in the portal area, and I'm just outlining my alien dude and the window area at the moment. As you can see, my alien's a little bit flappy, meaning that I didn't glue it on properly, or the glue's just like not adhering anymore. It were a glue stick. And I'm just finished outlining that window, so I just do a cross and like a square or a rectangle, and that's a window. I'm just doing like a pathway here, outlining a bit of the grass and the portal area, and then I go ahead and outline the aliens. And now Posca do a like smaller pen, a 3mm pen, good for like small details, whereas like the 5mm one isn't, or the 5M, sorry. Yeah, it's a little trickier to get them fine details. But I'm moving on to the other side of the piece, again just outlining the shapes, and I'm just currently doing like a stair area or like a rock area. Well, the stairs could be made out of rock. I'm not about perfectionism in my work. Don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I make mistakes quite often, and I just learn to embrace that within my work. It gives it character. It's no bad thing. It just makes it more unique. So I'm nearly finished with the outline of the rocks, or like the foundation upon which the aliens will walk. Yeah, so I'm just doing a window now, and going ahead and doing like the door area, and in a second I'll be doing the portal. There we are. So I'm just doing some like stair area and doing another window because it needed a window there apparently. Zooming you out just so you can see what it looks like so far, and then continuing with outlining the rest of the piece. So I kind of zoomed you in a little bit too much and you can't really see what I'm doing here currently, but I'm just outlining an eye and like another stair area, I think. And then moving on to the other side of the piece, finishing off outlining again, and that location is X circle circle X. So I'm just outlining the stair area, and then I need to outline the location section, and just to make it into like a sign. And then I zoom you out to show you what it looks like so far, and then I go ahead and use my ballpoint pen again and do like the cobble texture, which is just circles next to each other all in a line and repeating until like the section is covered. It's super easy to do. It takes a little while to do, but the results are definitely worth it. So just have patience if you're trying this method. You can do it in lots of different ways. So you can use like paint pens, you can do it with, I don't know, pencils, gel pens, other mediums basically. It doesn't have to be a ballpoint pen. It's just that I happen to quite like the look, the aesthetic, the vibe, whatever you want to call it. I quite like it. Over the top of paint, and in contrast to like the paint pen, I just like the two together, ballpoint pen and paint pen. I thought this piece needed yet another window, so I'm just doing that right now. And then I'm outlining a few other areas that just needed like a little bit of detail because I've gone over with biro. I call it a biro, it's just a ballpoint pen. And then going ahead and doing the cobble texture again. Like I said, it does take a little while, and your hand probably is going to get a little bit tired, but just do it in sections, take a break. Yeah, it is definitely worth it. I don't know where this cobble pattern came from. I will just try to add details, and circles seem like an easy detail to do. And then I'm going ahead and drawing some lines, and I'm going to turn this into bricks. Now you just draw lines, and then in between on the next one, and then in between that on the next one, if that makes any sense. You can kind of like see visually what I'm doing, and then I'm just zooming you in so you can see. So I'm doing yet more cobble texture on the other side of the piece, and it's kind of like a double page spread, so I don't know, I feel like it goes. Although there's no grass on the other side, which I probably should have done some grass, but I didn't paint that orangey goldy colour. Is it more of a bronze? Just finishing off the cobble texture and then repeating the process all over again for this like pathway. This pathway turned out really funky, but it's a pathway leading to a portal in the grass apparently. Almost done. I have speeded this up, believe it or not. And then I'm zooming out to show you again, and finally gluing it on. See, I told you I was going to glue it on. Just wasn't at that moment in time. Now for the exciting bit. I've got some cut out stars, the hole punch stars, and I'm just arranging them on the piece where I think there should be like some sky, and I'm using some like size variations. So I've got a big hole punch of a star, and then I've got a little hole punch of a star. They're two totally different kind of like hole punches, but they both work amazing. And yeah, I did it on some white paper, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going ahead and gluing it on. It can be a bit tricky gluing it on sometimes, so I ain't got any nails on to help the process. So I've got some glitter glue from B&M. It's $1.99 and it's amazing. So I use this for my window area. It just gives it like glitter finish, but like in a see-through way that it kind of looks like a window. I don't know how to explain it, but like I absolutely love the finish it gives. So I've used a green one for this particular piece, but like they do other colours. I think there's a pink one, a purple one, a yellow one, a blue one, and obviously a green one. So I'm just going ahead and doing all the windows. Yeah, I'm just using a paintbrush, and it's a paintbrush dedicated to just this. Now I've been lackadaisical and didn't clean it, so it's a very, very, very stiff brush. Next, I've got some unicorn paint. Now I think this came as part of like a unicorn set. It's from the Works, and you get about like 5 or 6 colours. But inside it you get 2, you also get like 2 glitter paints. So you get like 4 colours and then 2 glitter paints, 1 gold, 1 silver. I can't remember how much I paid. I think it was like £3.50 or something for this set, and I love using it for my portals. Now I'm just like zooming you in so you can see it in all its glory, because it is just amazing paint. Like I've not added any more glitter to it. It's gorgeous. So I'm doing an even closer close up for you, just so you can see it. I'm really happy with how this piece has turned out so far. I think I need some like writing in that top section, but then it'll be finished. Just look at that. That's a portal. Yeah, man. And I forgot to show you this little guy. Now, yeah, he's not done very well, but he's an alien. Just showing you a window. And that's the double page spread almost done, and on with the next one. So I was looking at this like gold area, and I decided to add grass. So I'm just using a ballpoint pen and doing like zigzag lines up and down, and repeating the process till all the gold is covered. I realised in a second that you can't really see what I'm doing. It looks so much better than this in a second. So I try zoom you out, that don't fix it. But then I eventually do tilt the piece so you can see. There we are. Look how much nicer that looks. Okay, so I didn't know how to like draw and show you the goodness at the same time. So I just try my best, and yeah, continuing to do the zigzag pattern for the grass. Now I'm not sure how you're meant to draw grass, but this is just how I draw it. It's the simplest way that I could think to do it, and it looks quite effective. Again, it does take a while, a little bit like the cobble texture, and then I finally figured out how to like draw and show you a good like lighting angle. I've experimented with like different coloured backgrounds for the grass, and also using like paint pens and stuff. But for this particular one, I just wanted to use a normal ballpoint pen because I didn't want to like lose the gold or bronze or whatever colour you want to call it. Let me know in the comments what you think to voiceover videos. Do you want more of voiceover videos? Do you want them just every now and then? Yeah, let me know in the comments what your feelings are. We're almost done the grass, don't worry. Not long left now. It is speeded up. And then this is the final piece. So I'm just like doing a little close up for you. The grass turned out pretty well. And then I've got some like doodle ephemera. It's of some like doors and portals, eyes, the location, and like a checkered pattern. And there's also a mushroom. doodle ephemera, and I've added some stars to the other side of the piece. Now, I didn't record this one just because it was samey, just doing loads of grass, and they're not completely finished pieces, but like they're pretty much there. Again, I need to add some like words or like some other things. I don't know what yet. If you made it this far into the video, thank you very much, and cue the outro.